So, something else that we kind of wanted to hit on that ties in directly with what you all do at Black Hood Collective, but I know, Taylor, for you, that mentorship is something that you really value, and that's just kind of ingrained in everything that you do. And so we would kind of just like to get a little bit more of your thoughts on mentorship in tech space, the importance of learning from leaders in that space, and yeah, just kind of how that's been part of both your career and how you lead Black Hood Collective.
Yeah, so I think on the topic of mentorship, I have a couple thoughts. One is that usually, since mentorship can actually take like a lot of work for the mentor, I typically suggest that people actually offer their services to somebody that they want to be their mentor, just so it doesn't seem like you're immediately asking for something, especially if you don't have a rapport with that person. Even just letting them know you're willing to help them however you can like make people like, oh, wow, that doesn't often happen. I kind of want to help this person now. In line with that, I try to make it as natural as possible. Like, I have several mentors, but each of them, even though at some point in our friendship or like our relationship, I was like, this would be an awesome mentor for me in my career, I never tried to really push it until like I felt like we were at a point where they would actually be accepting to the idea, and we had at least like a baseline relationship. And that makes it just so easy. Like, one of my biggest mentors is a guy named Win, but he's actually one of my best friends now. He started out as my manager. I left that company. We continued our friendship, continued to get, beers every once in a while. And now he's like my travel buddy. He's like my whiskey buddy. And he's also like my mentor. And so since we talk every day anyways, if I ever have a question, it's not burdensome to him because it's like, we're talking anyways. And he's like, oh yeah, I've been there before. And he's able to give me that advice when I need it, which is really great. And in line with that as well, some people get really hung up on wanting to have like one mentor, which I get to a degree, but I think that having several is so meaningful. One, you get different perspectives. These people have obviously had different, walks through life and their career. But then also it doesn't seem like so much on one person as well. You kind of spread the load, kind of make it easier for everybody in the process. And then the last thing I would say is that obviously if you want somebody to be your mentor, you respect them and everything like that, and you want to make sure that they know that their feedback is valued. But something that I have tried to remind myself throughout my career is that while I respect these people and I do want their feedback, at the end of the day, it's my career. And so while I'm taking in this feedback, I shouldn't feel that I have to do everything that these people think that I should do necessarily. If I don't think it aligns with what I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a huge and really helpful point to hit on, that you still have agency even when you are bringing these people in as, kind of people who can speak into your life and provide some advice along the way. But certainly it's your own path to form along the way, and having different voices in there can be helpful as well instead of just one mentor. So with Black Hood Collective, how is that kind of incorporated in the culture and the community that you're forming?
So I would say we kind of do like a village style of mentorship. Like if we're having in-person meetings, like we have some high school kids that may need help on their homework, or they may need help kind of figuring out exactly how they should pick their classes in college and stuff like that. And so they just come, they ask questions to the whole group, and kind of like everybody gives their feedback, so they get a lot of perspectives. Kind of the same thing in Slack, but more so on the adults in the middle of their career. We have like a mentor-mentee Slack. And so if somebody's really struggling with something, they kind of throw the question out and kind of have the community all give their opinions and kind of help them out however they see fit. But then we've also had some like one-on-one relationships developed, like where people have felt it was natural, which is also really awesome. So kind of like different flavors there.